Guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's Monday. And Mondays are really exciting around here at the Netrix and Magic TV because on a Monday, every other Monday, we actually upload new material onto the Netrix. Now, if you don't know what the Netrix is, it's my online streaming platform, and we're the only streaming platform that I'm aware of that guarantees 5 uploads every 2 weeks from either me or one of my creators that are inside the Netrix every 2 weeks. And for the last year and a couple of months, we've hit that upload schedule. Come rain or shine, even over Christmas, every 2 weeks, we upload a minimum of 5 new tricks to bronze level. And we also upload regularly to the silver level, new business content and new mentoring content. Now, this video is telling you what's going up this Monday onto the bronze level, and I'm super excited about what's going up. There's going to be 5 routines. Now, the first trick that's going to go up is called Final Twist. Now, Final Twist is my finale to Di Vernon's Twisting the Aces. Now, if you've performed Twisting the Aces for years, you'll know how amazing it is. This is a 3-phase routine that uses the Twisting the Aces phase as a jumping off point. And that's the first phase, but then it gets stronger and it gets stronger. And I call it Final Twist because there's this lovely moment at the end where they think of a suit and then all of the cards of that suit turn over in the middle of the deck. And it's a really nice finale to Di Vernon's Twisting the Aces. Now, the second routine that I'm uploading this time is a cross. And this is one of my favorite routines. It is my thought of cards across. Now, there's millions of cards acrosses. There's loads that are being published almost every single day, and there's tons of them. What makes this one so good? Well, first of all, it's a regular shuffle deck of cards in use. There's no gimmicks, there's no extras at all. So it's not like I have to worry about hiding gaffs or gaffed cards or anything like that. There's nothing like that. It's just shuffle deck. They take 20 cards. They think of one in 10, they take 10, they think of one of them, they hold them in their hand. The other 10 are given to somebody else. And the one card goes from the one packet to the other packet. You don't touch the packets. There's no moves. There's nothing to do. Yeah, and you don't even know what the card is. They think of one and they never tell you the card. You don't even know what it is, even when it's jumped across. And it's instantly repeatable if you want to do it again because it's a regular shuffled deck of cards in use. Now, the third one that we're going to be uploading is called Balled Up. Now, that's not a card routine. That's my version of sponge balls using napkins. And it's a 4-phase routine. It has a very Sponge Balls vibe to it, but the final phase is incredible. Because we're using napkins, we can actually penetrate one napkin through another napkin. So we're using the advantage of using napkins to have the magic happen in the hands of the spectators and have the napkin penetrate into the other napkin while the spectator's holding onto it. And they've got that classic magician in trouble scenario feel, so they never know what's coming. It's really cool. Now, the next one is Quadruple Prediction, and this is one of my favorite self-working tricks. This uses the folding principle. Now, you've probably seen the folding principle before. It's a classic principle in Magic with a deck of cards. Now, I've combined that with a quadruple prediction where each prediction gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and even though the spectator's making all of the choices at every single point in the routine, the finale is great because you're actually predicting their phone number and they did everything. You need to go look at a performance of this because this, honestly, this is such a strong routine. I can't tell you how strong it is. And then finally, we've got Ultimate Monty. Now, Ultimate Monty is my version of Colour Monty. The only thing is we're not using it as a packet trick. We're not bringing out an obvious packet trick. We're using a regular deck of cards. So we have a regular shuffle deck of cards in use, and we have 3 blank cards, and they've got different words written on them. The cards are put down onto the table. You have someone pick a card, they sign a card, and they keep an eye on it. It's sticking out the deck. You can't go anywhere near it. You then do a Colour Monty style routine, just like the classic Emerson and West. But as a finale, the blank card that would have had $14 on it, right? It actually ends up being their signed card, which is a really strong moment and nobody ever sees it coming. It's honestly a way of taking Colour Monty and just taking it to a next level. And remember, it's a shuffle deck of cards in use and it's instantly reset. Look, guys, you know that my magic is super commercial, it's strong, and it's really easy to do. Well, that's what we have here. Now, as well as the 5 tricks that are being uploaded onto the bronze level, we're also uploading a load of new content for the the virtual magical mentor. That's going up this week as well. We've also got a really big course going up this week, all on wedding magic. Now, anybody who's on the silver level of the Netrix, you'll know that the restaurant guide, how to get restaurant bookings, so many people love that. We've had so much amazing feedback. Well, I've taken that and I've put it into wedding magic. It's a massive section all about how to get more wedding bookings and all about how to increase your bookings through weddings. That's going up this week as well on silver level. And we've just announced the VMC dates as well. 4 more VMC dates, including a masterclass on Coinbox Magic, which a lot of people have been asking for, and a lecture from the one and only Kyle Purnell. And that's all included in the subscription. So we're going to play the trailers for you now, guys. The trailers of the 5 new tricks that are going up today. If you want to join the Netrix, you know what you got to do. You just go to www.thenetrix.com. That's www.thenetrix.com. You get access to all of this, as well as, I think now we're probably up to about 400. What do you reckon, Jack? 300 or 400 tricks? 200 or 300 slides? 500, 300 slides? How many VMC sessions have there been? Like, they're all in the archives as well. There's everything, and it just keeps getting bigger every single week. Go and check it out, see what all the fuss is about, and see why nobody can, well, I say nobody, hardly anybody ever cancels, because it's one of the best deals in magic. Go check out those trailers, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. My name's Craig from the Netrix and Magic TV. Guys, this is a cross, and this is the ultimate thought of cards across. And I know that's a big statement. There's millions of cards across. Let me tell you exactly what happens with this routine. First of all, it is a regular deck of cards. No gimmicks, no extras. Shuffled deck of cards in use, genuinely. The spectator takes 20 cards out of the deck and pockets the rest of the cards. There really are only 20 cards. You don't need envelopes, you don't need a table, you don't need anything like that. You spread through and you have a spectator think of one of the 10 cards. There's no force. They can think of any card they want to. They never tell you, they never write it down. Genuinely, they don't know the card. At no point in the routine do you know the card. They hold on to the 10 cards tightly. They don't let you get to it. The other spectator holds on to the other 10 cards tightly. You don't get to it. You're not allowed to go to it. This is amazing, because what happens now is, without knowing their card, without any moves, without any sleight of hand, at that point you make one card jump from their hand into the other hand. They then count through the cards. There's 9 cards. They still don't tell you the card. You spread through the cards. There's no card there. There genuinely isn't. The card has gone. There's no mispipped cards. There's no rough and smooth. There's no nothing. That card's gone. The other person counts through. There's 11 cards. They look through the cards themselves. The thought of card is there, and they've never said it out loud. Guys, this is one of the cleanest and the most commercial routines for doing the cards across that you'll ever see. No table. Easy to do. There's only one move that's done with no heat at all on it. It's a very easy move to do. Pack small, plays big, regular deck, instant reset, no angles, happens in the spectator's hands. You want more? I love it. It's a reputation maker. You will as well. This is my favorite cards across. This is a cross. Let's go. Guys, this is Balled Up, and if you like sponge balls but you don't want to carry sponge balls around with you, then this is something that you're going to love. What is Balled Up? Well, the idea is you take 2 napkins. They can even be borrowed, right? So you take 2 napkins, you get them balled up into balls. You then proceed to do a 4-phase sponge ball style routine. First of all, the balls jump from one hand to another. Then they do it again in an even more impressive way. In phase 3, the ball jumps from your hand into the spectator's hand, just like sponge balls, but with napkins. And then the final phase, this is my favorite. They hold on to one of the balls, you hold on to the other one, and with no moves at all, absolutely no moves at all, you make that final ball vanish and appear inside the ball that they've been holding the whole time. Can you say reputation maker? Because that's what we have here. Oh, by the way, it's super commercial. It's easy to do. No table required. Instant reset. It uses very, very basic sleight of hand. You can do it again and again and again. And if you want to give it away to the spectator as a souvenir, you can. This is commercial gold. I've never tipped this, and I'm about to right now. Guys, get ready, because you're going to love this. I perform it all the time. My name's Craig Petty, and this is Balled Up. Guys, this is Final Twist. Now, if you're watching this, there's a very, very good chance that you've been performing Di Vernon's Twisting the Aces for years, right? It's a classic of magic. I love Vernon's Twisting the Aces. Always have, always will. The only problem I've had with it is I can never get the reactions I wanted. It didn't feel like a closer. It felt more like a middler, like a filler. And it shouldn't be, because it's such a strong routine. And a few years ago, I kind of sat down and tried to think about how I could actually not improve, the trick because it's almost perfect, but how I could increase the reactions from it. And that's when Final Twist was born. Final Twist is basically a 3-phase routine, and the first phase is Vernon's twisting the aces. So the next 2 phases build off that as a starting point. So in the first phase, you show a deck of cards, you can shuffle the cards, you take out the 4 aces. Or you can produce them if you want to, if you're into that, you can produce the 4 aces. But then what happens is the first phase, you do twisting the aces. And if you don't know it, I'm going to teach it on the tutorial, no problem. Now in the second phase, you have them think of an ace. Hearts, clubs, spades, diamonds, think of one of the aces. And then they hold on to the aces, and there's no ambiguity. They hold on to them, they are face down. They twist them themselves, and the ace they're thinking of turns over, which is really strong. But then the final phase, the deck that they looked at, they were all face down, everything was fine. The ace that they thought of, let's say it's diamonds, you pick up the deck, you twist the deck, and with no moves, you spread out and you show that all of the diamonds, and only the diamonds, have turned over in the deck. That is a killer finale. Guys, I don't perform Vernon's Twisting the Aces anymore as a standalone piece. I always perform it as part of Final Twist. I love Final Twist, and I think you're going to as well. It really just kind of takes a classic, and I've put my own personality, my own creativity onto it, and I've made it go from a 6, or at least my experience of it was a 6. It was a good middle trick, and it's gone all the way up to a 10. I can't wait for you to start learning this. Let's have a look at it. This is Final Twist. Guys, this is Quadruple Fold, and this is one of my favourite routines. Now think about this for a minute. Imagine that you have a deck of cards. Let's shuffle a shuffled deck of cards. No gimmicks at all, no extras, no nothing like that. Now I want you to imagine that you put 4 predictions down on the table. At the beginning, they can be held onto them from the very beginning. You're not switching them, you have committed yourself. Now imagine that the spectator makes a series of incredibly fair decisions where they're in control of everything. You are not forcing their decisions. They can pick everything along every single part of the journey. And then imagine that you've predicted everything. Imagine that each one of those predictions hits. And as each prediction hits, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger until the finale, where even though there's been all of this chaos that the spectator has created, you have been able to predict their mobile number, their cell number, right from the very, very beginning of the routine. This is super strong. Seriously, if I want to impress somebody in a gig and I'm in a situation where I know I have to hit them and I hit them hard, I perform this routine. I know you're going to love it. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, it's completely self-working, and within 5 minutes of watching the tutorial, you'll be able to do it. This is great. This is Quadruple Fold. This is one of my favourite tricks of all time. Hey guys, this is Ultimate Monty. Now, you've probably performed Emerson & West's Colour Monty, right? It's a classic for a reason. It's a really strong packet trick. What this routine is all about is it takes Colour Monty and takes it in a completely different direction. First of all, it's not presented as a packet trick using a regular shuffled deck of cards in use. So you can take a deck of cards that you've been using, and anytime you want to, you can go into this routine. You show 3 blank cards, and they really are blank on one side. On the other side, you've got words written on them. They say this one, that one, and this one. They're put down to one side. Somebody picks a card and signs it. The card is left sticking out the deck. You go nowhere near it. They keep an eye on the card the whole time. You then take the 3 blank cards and you proceed to do Colour Monty. And we all know how amazing Colour Monty is, but then when the finale comes, rather than saying $14, the finale is that blank card that they've been looking at the entire time is now the signed card that they signed 5 minutes before. This is epic. This is miracle class, and this is a reputation-making trick. This is really, really fun routine to perform as well. And the nice thing is, if you can do Emerson & West packet trick, you're not far off being able to do this immediately, because there's just one more move you need to learn. I'm going to teach it to you. I'm going to teach everything, including my handling of Colour Monty. This is killer. Can't wait for you to start learning this. This is one of my favourite routines to perform in the real world, and I think it will be yours as well. So let's get into it.